So let's talk about the realities of living on a farm. A lot of people like to romanticize the idea. Unless you enjoy spending hours working with razor sharp welded wire, don't buy a farm. If you actually want to eat before 9 or 9:30 every night in the summertime, don't buy a farm. Because while the sun's up, your butt's out of the house and you're working on something outside, which means no eating. Oh, and if you think your wife is going to cook supper for you, she will when she comes back in from working her tail off outside when it's light. That's when the food will get served. If you actually enjoy owning nice clothes, I'm talking about the kind of clothes that doesn't have stains from dust being beaten down into the fibers, or tractor grease stains on your pant legs, or chainsaw bar oil dripped on your favorite sweater. If you like clothes that are nice and clean, don't buy a farm. Because guaranteed, some city slicker family member of yours will invite you out for the weekend, and you'll go to pack your clothes and realize, I don't have anything to wear because all of my favorite flannels have chainsaw bar oil on them. Yeah, that'll happen. If you enjoy going on vacation between the dates of May 1st and October 15th, don't buy a farm, because that's going to interfere with every single thing that you try to do. From sowing your seeds, to watering, to harvesting, there's always something that needs to be done during those months. So you could just kiss family vacations in the summertime and nice weather goodbye. Now you can go on vacation from October through April, and hopefully you're not into camping too much, because most of the campgrounds around the nation will be closed during those dates, or it'll be so cold that you'll freeze your tail off. Now, if you're a cattle rancher, you can just forget about going on vacation altogether, because guaranteed those cows are going to need you 365 days a year. If you enjoy parking your car in your garage, well, then don't buy a farm. It doesn't matter how many garage stalls you have, you will inevitably end up filling them all with different farm tractor implements and other equipment that you need to run your farm. It also doesn't matter if you have outbuildings or barns, because they'll all be filled up with a bunch of farm implements too. So just be prepared to park in the driveway and have to scrape the ice and snow off your car every single day during the winter. If your wife is not willing to man up and do her fair share of manual labor on the farm, then don't buy one. And if you're not willing to be patient enough with her to show her how to actually properly use the equipment, then you don't buy a farm either. Because it's a teamwork. Everybody shares in the labor of love and the labor of the farm. Now, if you're not comfortable with having anywhere between 25 to sometimes even up to 50% of your net worth tied up in depreciating assets, I'm talking tractors and tractor implements, then don't buy a farm. Because guaranteed, the tractor that you use to harvest your crops is going to be worth way more than the nicest car you're ever going to be able to drive. Now, if you or your wife have a queasy stomach, or you don't like bugs, definitely don't buy a farm. Because a lot of times you have to be your own veterinarian. And this includes when your animals get infested with worms or mites or some other disgusting parasite. A lot of times there's not a vet to call, there's just you. And you have to deal with it yourself. It's nasty, but it needs to be done. If you don't like hard work and you don't like physical labor, definitely don't buy a farm. because there's not going to be a day that goes by where you don't have to lift and carry something super heavy or do some other tedious task that is super hard on your body. Invest in some ibuprofen. You're going to need it. And ladies, this one's for you. If you don't want to have calluses on your hands or cuts and scrapes and bruises all over your body, then don't buy a farm. If you value your skincare, best stay in the city. Because out here, you're gonna get tore up from the floor up. There ain't no skincare routine that can really compete with a pair of Wells Lamont work gloves. I tell ya. That little bit of yellow hue to your hands, and these hands that are all cut up and scarred up and messed up, that's how you're gonna look after you buy a farm.